Hey y'all, about 4 weeks, well today is the 4th week after my rotator cuff surgery on my left shoulder. If you're coming to this video to understand about recovery, maybe this will help. I'm 61 and I fell and I caught everything on this shoulder, and I did some intensive damage, more than just the rotator cuff, like some tendons had separated and a muscle had torn. So I had quite a bit of surgery. Anyways, so when I came home from the hospital, it was a day surgery, and by the way, it was March 16th of 2020, and the coronavirus had just started getting bad. My husband actually had to wait in the truck. He was not allowed to come into the hospital with me. I think that was the hardest part. I was ready for surgery. I was ready for everything. I just wasn't quite ready for him not to be there with me. So my doctor called him when the surgery was over, let him know I was in recovery, yada yada, and I got home. They had done a nerve block, and I'll tell you this, it was the weirdest thing. I could touch my hand, and I knew it was my hand, of course, but it felt like somebody else's, like it was warm, and I could not feel this hand touching my hand here. And it was just the weirdest feeling. Kind of felt like I was touching something dead almost. I don't know, it was weird. So be prepared for that if you get a nerve block like I did. My nerve block lasted on the long end of what they tell you it may last. They say you may get, I don't even remember, 12 to 18 hours. Some people get 24, 30, I don't even remember. But I got the longest amount out of mine for some reason. So that was on day 1 and day 2. And there is no moving of this. Surgery was March 16th. Today is April the, I want to say the 14th. It's Monday, right after Easter 2020. And there's absolutely no movement should happen here with, in other words, by my moving it. Like I can't, do any of this, nothing like that. I sleep in the sling. I live in the sling every day, not complaining, because I get nervous when I don't have it on now. It's like my little security blanket, right? I sleep in my recliner, and as weird as that is, it's comforting actually. And I've watched a bunch of videos on before the surgery, how a lot of people can't even lay on that side, but I got the most relief all day long. I got the most relief by laying on this shoulder. Weird, I know, but once I was on it, I couldn't move off of it, like the slightest move, and I would be in pain. So, sorry, I'm out in my garden and something kept tickling my leg. So, the first week, I was just, I don't know, just kind of get grounded with what all was going on. Not only my surgery, but my kids couldn't come see us, and we're retired, my husband and I, we live alone and with our animals, and couldn't see kids or grandkids or anything due to the quarantine. And 4 weeks later, here's where I am. Oh, let me go back. Because of the extent of my injuries, the pain after surgery was not okay. I've got a windmill. Oh, I don't think I can turn it around, but I've got a windmill that's about to come back. It's a little garden thing. Anyway, I'll keep an eye on it over here. Here it is. So the pain before surgery was a whole lot worse. It was a whole lot worse. I'm afraid I'm going to get hurt on this thing. I think I'll move. The pain before surgery was a whole lot worse than after surgery. So I do have a high pain threshold. You know, natural childbirth, things like that. But I don't know. I think it's just because I had such a, you know, decent injury. Like, I'm an overachiever. Okay, so weeks 1 and 2, and all the way up to today, I have to be completely assisted. Like, I do not actually, I cannot dress myself yet. As you see, I mean, this is a Dollar General dress. I miss my jeans and my t-shirts. I miss picking out what I want to wear. I miss going and doing, of course, we all do right now because we're in quarantine. But, you know, it's not a big deal. It's just, as far as not being able to do what I want. But some days are longer than others. And I am a big crafter. I post videos on YouTube on this channel on crafting. And I'm a 31 consultant, 31 gifts consultant, and you can find me on Facebook at Kathy Bowes Totes, and of course you found me here on YouTube. I'm on Facebook under the same name, Kathy Bohannon Creatively Blessed. So I can't do either of my businesses right now. I can't really do much crafting at all because it does take 2 hands. And the little bit that I did do, my husband helped, and he's an angel. And right now, he's doing every single thing that's being done for us. But here I am on week 4. I had a physical therapy consultation on week 2, I believe. I think she came out at the end of week 2. Week 3, I had my first, no. Anyway, I've had about 3 physical therapies, plus the 1 consultation. And they came to my house because of quarantine. And then my husband and I have to do the physical therapy exercises every single day. So I am getting better range of motion. And there's an abbreviation, it's an acronym, PROM, for passive range of motion. And that's where I am now. And shortly, the next few weeks, it should go to AROM, which is active range of motion. And I'll update you guys and let you know how it's going. But as far as pain is concerned, I'm okay. It's not bad. It's, you know, it's a little aggravating, and once in a while I have some weird phantom pains, but there's a lot of tissues and nerves and all that involved in this. And see, I can move my hand just fine, but I still have to be very careful with everything. So my biggest concern right now is just getting healthy and staying healthy and doing extra things to come out of this better than I went in. I'm doing some extra therapies just for my body because I do want to be stronger. I'm doing squats from a chair. You just basically, I put on rubber-soled shoes and I go up and down off the chair. Doing some standing on my toes, down to my heels, back on my heels, back up on my toes, that kind of thing. And I'm gaining ground every day with that. So I'm kind of excited about that. I want to have better balance and better strength when this is all out. Definitely don't want to be that grandma that's a fall risk, which I am. Anyway, hope this encourages you, and I'll be back in a week or so or longer with more of a video on how I'm doing. All right, God bless.